Ladies and gentlemen, Ava Max with Bennett from Most Requested Live.
Long time no see. I feel like we haven't talked since My Head and My Heart came out. It's been a minute.
I know. It's been a long time.
My gosh, how are you? First and foremost, everything good with you?
Yes. How are you?
Doing great. Just so nice to catch up. The new single is out. Maybe You're the Problem. How's it feel? Like, it's got to be so exciting. The song is so catchy as always.
Thank you. I'm so happy about the song. It's really personal to me, so it's completely different than anything I've ever written. So there's that.
How does it feel to kind of like just maybe go a little bit of left and do something different? Is it exciting for you? Is it nerve-wracking now that it's out, or how does it feel?
It's definitely I've been kind of describing it as therapeutic because it's everything to do with my personal life, which I never ever talk about. And it just happened to be what I needed to talk about all last year and on my album. So
wow. So digging deep into the personal life. I know it's always like a bit interesting to be a little more vulnerable. Well, tell me about the song. Obviously so many people can relate to it. It's like, you know, when you're with someone or in any type of relationship, it's like people like to point the finger at someone else when really it's like, look at yourself in the mirror. What am I bringing to the table? Maybe it's me.
I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, it was like, I was at this point in a relationship last year where I was just like, you know, I definitely was apologizing a lot. And then one day I was like, no, it's not me. Maybe you're the problem. You know the saying where it's like, everyone's trying to make the other person feel better during a breakup. Like, it's not you, it's me. No, it's you. That's why I'm breaking up with you. And it's not me. And that's how I felt. And it couldn't be more honest. So it was a situation I went through last year.
And does it feel, I mean, like you said, it's got to feel therapeutic to then take your raw emotions, you know, things that you went through and then put it on paper and then record it. Once it's done, is like a big load off your shoulders?
It was a lot easier at the end of the process than the beginning of the process because I didn't realize that was going to come out. Like, I just heard the beat and I went in the vocal booth and I started just like going crazy on the microphone, and then I felt better. And then when we heard it back, everyone was like, oh my God, that's it. I'm like, what? Well, I was just like yelling at the microphone.
That was just a therapy session. Oh my God.
Oh, it worked.
That is too funny. That's incredible. So, Circuit, your producer, what is the?
I worked on the track with him and Jonas G-Berg, and
like your chemistry is just unreal. I mean, what's with you two? Like, you're in a room together, and then magic just happens.
Thank you so much. Well, this track was also made by Jonas G-Berg, a friend of Circuit and I's as well. So Circuit, Jonas, Sean Douglas, Mark Lowe, we were all basically just like in the studio. We made this record, and I don't know. I feel so grateful to have him by my side. I mean, yeah, there's no other better chemistry than Circuit and I. Like, that is always going to continue to move forward. And I love making music with him and everybody else who I made the record with too.
Please tell me you're going to release the piano version in some capacity, because when you put that snippet out on Instagram, like, I don't know, I love that version. It's so like stripped down and beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you. I love acoustic versions. So yeah, I'll do that probably in like, I don't know, a couple months, whenever.
Yeah, put that out like in the deluxe version, or just email me an MP3s, whatever you're going to do. Yeah, I really enjoy that one. So let's talk about the hair, because last time I talked, you had the Max cut still. What made you dye the hair, and is it just a whole new era of Ava Max?
Yeah, I mean, I changed last year, and I feel like I wanted to change me on the outside as well, because, I had the Max cut for 4 to 5 years, so I was just like, she can go and hibernate for a second. She can revitalize herself, and I'll do my thing. And, she's not dead. She'll come back one day.
She's just in timeout right now. She's just chilling.
She's been exhausted.
It's been a long few years, right?
Yeah.
We love you on TikTok, and I have to mention one of your TikToks because it made me laugh out loud. I was just kind of curious if it was true or not. The funny TikTok you made about on a first date, you pulled a knife out when the guy was like, he said no to dessert. Is that real life? Is that a story?
Okay, so it's like semi-true. Like I was like kind of touching the knife, and I was just like kind of like lifting it up. I'm like, are you serious? And then I had to put it down because I'm like, girl, I was talking to myself. I was like, girl, you're not actually gonna do this. You're not psycho. But my alter ego really was like, really? No dessert?
No chocolate mousse? No tiramisu?
Like what? No. I've been on multiple dates where like, the guy is like, oh God, you don't want any dessert, right? I'm pretty stuffed. And I'm just like, I want to see the dessert menu. Like, give me the dessert menu. Like, and it's just the fact that like, guys say that like right before like someone maybe wants dessert, like keep an open mind.
Let's see what they have to offer first before you say no, right?
What if it's the best dessert you've ever come across?
Seriously, let me peruse. Let me browse the menu. Are there any more like first date no-nos that guys should know?
It's like, it's a vibe. It's an energy. If I feel like you're not actually here with me, then adios. Deuces. Like I have to feel the chemistry, chemistry is number one.
And you got to be present too, right? You got to be present in the moment.
Exactly. Like if the guy's like looking at other girls while we're sitting down or doesn't get the bill or doesn't like, the first check is super important. Like, it's different when like you have a serious boyfriend and it's like, whatever, we split the bill or we figure it out because we're in a serious relationship, but not in the beginning. Like, no, like I want to take me out, open my door, hold my hand maybe at the end, like be cute.
Yeah. Chivalry's not dead. You got to do the whole thing, especially on the first date. I mean, come on, you're setting the tone. You're setting the example.
Exactly. You can really tell who someone is on the first date, I think.
And you look at the dessert menu first and foremost. I mean, come on. But do you really?
Yeah.
Do you really have a shank in your boot at all times too? By the way, I don't want to leave that out. Are you just packing like a little knife down there?
Okay, no, I mean maybe we'll leave that to the imagination.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the new cut, the new single, which we can't get enough of, is this setting the tone for this upcoming chapter for Ava Max? We talking an album, tour? Like, what does the rest of the year bring for you?
Well, the album is finished, so I can tell you, yes, it is setting the tone, and it's gonna. I can't say anymore, but basically, it's all a continuation.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I have so many questions now that you said the album's finished. Well, okay, so the album's finished, so you got to feel amazing that it's in the can, right? Because I know the process is always so difficult trying to find the right songs and how they all kind of, flow together. So that process feels good? It
does. It's just, it was tough, narrowing it down. But some of them that didn't make it are going to like either be like features or like some kind of collab or maybe even in a film. Like, so I made a ton of records last year. So we're not gonna hold anything back.
How many songs would you say you made? I'm just kind of curious, like estimate.
You really want to know? I mean, it's a lot. It's like written songs, like close to 100.
Really?
Yeah, I have to be completely honest with you. Close to 100. And I know some people are like, nah, you didn't. But no, we did. Like when Circuit and I like commit to an album, he's executive producer with me. So like when we commit to something, we like go in. Sometimes last year we had like 2 sessions in one day. Like, you know what I mean? Like we go in, and sometimes I'm just like, I stay there really late and I write another song, So it's a lot.
It's so amazing. Yeah. Cause I'm sure like one idea spawns another idea.
Exactly. But that's how I tapped into, the album title and the album, like what it's really about. And then things happened personally last year, and then it totally threw everything off track. So like mid last year, I was like, wait a second, this album is completely different than I thought it was. And like, it kind of like, but then you go backwards and then you go back to some of the tracks you wrote and you're like, this would be perfect. Let me finish this. But then not this now that I thought was great because it doesn't at all feel what I'm feeling now, you know, because you go through life and you start like everything I went through last year. It was a freaking roller coaster in my personal life. It wasn't steady at all. And this album is just that. It's crazy and wild.
That's amazing. Yeah. So the start of the year, the album could have been totally different than what happened to you by the end of the year. And then now you're like,
top of the year, it started off like super just empowered, like girl, like no heartbreak in sight. Middle of the year, knife to the heart. All the most emotional records I've ever written in my life happened, and including Maybe You're the Problem, which I wrote back in October, which was later in the year last year. So, I mean, it really threw a wrench and everything.
Wow, you're not kidding. So as terrible it is to go through heartbreak and just adversity in general in life, are you not thankful, but do you look back at it and be like, you find the silver lining because you wrote incredible music to it? Like, you know, do you find that positive?
You know, I want to say like, you know what? I'm happy I got my heart broken. All these great songs came out of it. Like, it's like not like that. It's more so, it's like, it's definitely therapeutic. It helps me get through it, but it also like isn't like something I'm like gonna reward myself for being in a heartbreak. You know, like it's like, you know, at the end of the day, it's just what I went through and what I wrote about last year. And I hope people can relate to it because I mean, I wasn't thinking when I was just like, it was all emotion, you know, and this record is kind of like a heartbreak, but on the dance floor because they're still very much so dance records. I didn't want to take that away. So it's kind of like a mixture of crying, but dancing on the dance floor.
Dancing and crying at the same, no.
Exactly, crying.
Yes, it's like the perfect mixture. Like you
just can't get away from the duality. Unfortunately, the Max cat is napping, but still in me.
It's still alive and breathing, and I feel like your fans can most certainly appreciate that. It's still that Ava Max brand with some really heartfelt lyrics that I think that your fans can really relate to. So I think it's the perfect mixture. And just congrats on this single. The album, to be determined, right? We don't have a date yet, or at least not publicly.
This year, but yeah.
Okay, perfect. You're Not the Problem. This song is so good. Ava Max, so good to catch up a little bit and talk new music. Very exciting.
Thank you for having me.